Well, good morning. It's July the 4th. It's probably about 7 o'clock in the morning. Just want to show you a little bit of what we got going on. First, we're going to start out this morning. These are our Pams. Pam is pretty loaded up this year. We're still off a little while from being able to harvest any, but things are coming along nicely. We have a lot of growth kind of concealing the grapes this year. I don't know if that's good or bad, but look down there, just everywhere. Just thick. Next we have is a late fry. It's pretty loaded up too. They're all hidden down in amongst the leaves. I guess I'm going to have to go back and look at my older records to see what time we started harvesting these last year. They are definitely here. This is a Darlene. It's got a few on it this year. It's looking pretty good. I'm surprised. Kind of hidden up underneath there. They're coming along pretty good too. We enjoyed the few Darlene we got last year, but we do have a little bit of rot on it, looks like. This is Summit. We kind of enjoyed those last year. They were kind of tasty. They put on a fair amount this year. Looks like we got a few that might be trying to turn on it. They are getting a little bit softer, but not quite yet ready. I kind of let you know the diameter of this vine. This was put in the ground early in 2018. This is a southern home. This is a late fry, and this just putting on the grapes this year. Hurricane Michael broke off part of this vine, one half of it. But anyway, we've got it growing back, so maybe next year this portion of it will have some grapes on it. And these are the old delicious vines that were given to me a while back. And they are starting to get color on them. Actually eating some off of them already. They are quite tasty. Key to the delicious is leave it on the vine until it completely turns black. Of course, we have our friends the mockingbirds that are helping us out too. So anyway, I guess that one will be for the chickens. Another delicious vine. We've had a few drop off on the ground, but not many. Got Mr. Stinkbug trying to help us out. I'm going to have to thump him. He won't eat no more grapes. And this southern home is really putting the grapes on. This is a large vine here. You can see by my hand how big it is. Let's say these vines were put in the ground in 2018, early 2018. This is my Black Beauty. It's got some grapes on them. They're kind of hidden back up in here. I do see some different colors on them. They're hidden all up in it. This is one of my Supremes. It's starting to get a little bit of color on them. Starting to get a little bit of size too. Looking good. I've heard stories about Supreme overcropping. I'm not sure what overcropping looks like on a Supreme vine, but this is my old vine. I've had this vine for 20 years, probably at least. This is a Southland. Every year it comes back and puts on a few grapes. All my kids, or most of my kids, actually grew up with this vine, so. This is my Noble. Noble is one of my youngest son's favorite. He loves these. This is Fry. All the grapes I've got that the possums ate the most of, Fry was a lucky one. Unlucky for us, because we like them all, so very good flavor. It's got quite a few grapes on it this year. This is my Carlos. Carlos has got a bunch of grapes on it, clusters. Looks like it's still trying to bloom even though it has grapes on it. Maybe that's why it's a good pollinator. It has fruit on it, still continues to bloom. Looks like some of them are starting to try to change color a bit. As a matter of fact, there's a random one there. It's got a little bit of color, softening a little bit. The late Fry. We got a Fry seedless. It's got a lot of grapes on it this year compared to last year. The issue with Fry seedless is it really doesn't get very big. You can see how large it is in my hand. It has little clusters and looks like we've got aphids. And it does continue to bloom though quite a bit. It's still got bloom on it. Got a jumbo. It's got a pretty good sized grape on it. You can see. Whoops, that one wanted to go fall off. This is the cowart that we're moving into. This is the first year that we'll get to taste cowart. Last year it had a lot of vine but no fruit. This year we got a little bit of fruit on it. This is my new palk. Got a lot of new growth on it. Been trying to baby it. Got a little bit of fruit, not much. I've cut most of the fruit off of it in an attempt to get its energy to go into. I've been treating the black rot, trying to get rid of it. A little bit of fungicide on it. But it's coming along. A little bit slow. It's been in the ground. I think this is really the second year. I got it, stuck it in the ground one time, then transplanted it. See over here. This is my Lane. Lane is a good tasting little grape. I say little, it's not super little, but it is good tasting. My earliest grapes so far this year have been Lane and Triumph and Delicious. I've tasted all of those. Alright, that's probably, I do have one other grape over here. It's not a muscadine. Actually, I got several grapes left, but we'll walk over and take a look at the non-muscadine grape. Got some peach trees too. They're young. Next year we had a lot of bloom on them, but the late frost got the bloom. So this one has a pretty grape. We can see it. You can see them hanging in there. We got some more down here. Oh yeah. This is Champanelle. Champanelle. My young son has been picking them. You can see where he'd eat them off the cluster. Matter of fact, he left the cluster kind of hanging bare right there. Birds kind of like them too, so it could have been a bird. Blame it on him, huh? All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a blessed day.